Interesting here, Dr. Oz saved somebody with one of those defibrillators in the airport. He was in Newark Airport.
Oh, nice.
Some guy goes down on Monday, Dr. Oz saves him.
Call him and see if he'll come on and talk about it.
Let's FaceTime him right now. Oh, so you're not just a TV doctor. I mean, you actually are a real doctor. There's proof now.
Who would have thought? What a crazy evening.
What happened? Walk me blow by blow.
So we get off the plane, waiting for luggage, and my daughter, Arabella, who's a pretty level-headed person, she's a therapist, and she just yells, "Daddy, Daddy," like when she was a little child. And I looked over when it had gone down, and this gentleman had collapsed in front of her, banged his head, he was bleeding out, and he was the color of an eggplant. He's purple. So his wife is standing next to him. She's sort of stunned. She doesn't know what really went
How
down.
old is the guy? How old's the guy?
61 years old.
61, okay.
So I don't feel a pulse. I feel for a blood pressure. And I use a pro wrestling move, basically, get under his arm and flip him, because I had to get him on his back so that I could actually figure out what was going down. And once I had him on his back, I realized this man's heart stopped beating. We need to do CPR. So I started doing chest compressions. As I do that, I open his shirt and I see a scar down the middle of his chest because he had bypass surgery in the past.
Ooh.
Which I then, of course, now that his wife was beginning to understand how serious this was, and she was kept coming back to herself, she volunteered that he had a heart history. So as I'm doing chest compressions, there's saliva, froth really coming out of his mouth, which is typical. And when someone's heart stops, their lungs begin to back up with fluid. And so I had the Officer Croissant, aptly named. Thankfully, the Port Authority police at Newark Airport were unbelievably good at what they needed to do, and they were able to get me the equipment we needed. So he started doing CPR. I got the airway, his breathing tube opened. One of the other officers could get me an oral airway, a piece of plastic, so I could push down on his tongue to make room for air to flow. And then I got a bag that I could give him oxygen. And then I waited for the defibrillator, which came very soon afterwards. The defibrillator patches on the chest give you a huge amount of information, but mostly it tells you that you're right, that the heart's not beating. So it told me to clear. All of us got off the patient. It shocked him. And Billy, it was like a movie. His heart started beating. You know, in the movies, the person always comes back and they live?
Yeah.
Normally, that's not what happens. Normally, the person, you keep doing it, it doesn't work, and they die. The chance of surviving this is less than 1 in 5.
What if you weren't there? What if you weren't there? Is he gone? Was there like a window that something had to happen to get his heart going again?
Every minute you wait, the chance of the person dying goes up dramatically. And that's one of the reasons that if you can hear my voice right now, please learn CPR. The ability you have, the power you have to save lives by just doing chest compressions is immense. And remember, the person whose life you save, Billy, is someone you know usually, because that's who you spend time with.
Right.
They're going to collapse in front of you. And this gentleman, once we got his heart beating and, I kept pushing the air in there, he began to become awake. And everybody watching, because there was a pretty good-sized crowd there, and when he came back to life, it was a miracle.
Doc, I love your gift. Your gift, you got to use it right there. And was there, I imagine they had many selfies afterwards for you. Many selfies.
I didn't take any pictures. It was such a crazy, almost sacred moment when he actually made it.
Yeah.
A lot of us, all the police officers, that we're all sort of in disbelief because we've all been there. It doesn't seem to work a lot of times. But if you got the right people at the right time with the right equipment, stepping up to the plate, you save lives, and it's remarkable. And I tell you, everybody who's watching now has the power to do that. My pledge, I'll give it right now, is, and I've been staying in touch with the family, and thankfully, although Joe, the patient, is in the ICU, he's doing okay right now. I'm praying for him, but if he does well, I want to see him again, his wife, Barbara, for sure. But I tell you, those officers, I want to spend a little time with those guys because they're the real heroes.
Bring them all on the show. I want to see the husband, the wife, the officers, everybody come in, a little reunion, right? Everybody get together, a life saved. And that's a good story, by the way. Certainly, I can't have enough positive stuff. Doc, I love it. Thank you.
Thanks, my friend. Take care.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.